This is my fern collection. Hey guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. I'm just doing a quick video to go through my sort of unimpressive fern collection. Don't want to steer you away right at the beginning there, but some of these are not looking quite as great as I thought they were, but you know, they're not bad, and I have a lot. How many? I have like 10. So I have a decent amount of ferns. If you're someone who's interested in getting some ferns, or new to ferns, or just wants to look at some ferns, that's what I like to do. These are mine, and I have the names for most of these, so I'm gonna try to help you guys out if you actually want to get any of these. So with that, I will just get right into showing you my ferns. Can you do that on YouTube? All right, so let's get into the fern collection. First one that we have today is, I believe, the Boston fern. Okay, I won't sing, because every time I sing, it's the Little Mermaid song. This is my Boston fern. Pretty much all of the ferns that I'm gonna show you guys today were the same size when I bought them, because some are definitely bigger than others. This is definitely the biggest fern in my collection. This seems to be the easiest to grow, although it's not doing like extraordinarily well right now. I'm not sure what is going on with this guy, but other than that, it's done really well. It's got some new growth. It's always had like a decent amount of new growth pretty much the whole time that I've had it. It's a nice pretty color. I have it in a corner that's honestly not getting that much. It's like very diffused sunlight. Just keep it moist. Seems to be doing fairly well. This one is kind of a mystery. I don't know. I still think that this is a rabbit foot fern. If you know more than I do, please let me know in the comments below. But I'll show you a close-up. There seems to be like some little brown little things coming out of the bottom that are not, they look different than the fronds, so I think those are like the little rabbit feet, that like the little root things that come out that aren't roots. These are the leaves, and this looks a little bit like the Boston fern, I guess, kind of with like the leaf pattern on the way that the leaves are. This one is just a lot more delicate than the Boston fern, and I really like it. It was not doing well. I don't think I had it in enough light, and I let it dry out a little bit more than I should have a couple of times. There's a lot of like death still in the midst of this thing, but it's bounced back really quickly. It's doing well. It's, you know, my second biggest, so whatever that means. Oh, it's raining again. It's raining again. It's the middle of June. Spring and early summer here is basically fall. Perfect time to talk about ferns, right? Yes. Not sure about this one. Yeah, I can't figure out this one because I honestly thought this might be a rabbit foot fern too. Stems don't look fuzzy like the other one, so I'm not really sure. But this one has a different way that the leaves are growing. So I've got like kind of the main leaf growing this way, and then you can see there are like these offshoots that grow, so it kind of grows like that. I should learn more plant terms. This one, again, was one that I put it in a couple different spots, all of which I think just didn't have a good enough light, and then I accidentally let this dry out. I know I like overwater all of my plants, but somehow I managed to let my ferns dry out. I don't know. This one is bouncing back very well from like the stressful entrance into its life that I gave it. It's got a lot of new growth coming up finally. These leaves are starting to get a little bit bigger finally. Just gonna keep it where it is, try not to underwater it, and then we're good. Okay, you heard that. I don't know what that is. I cannot figure out what the hell that beeping is. I have looked everywhere in my house. I seriously don't know what that beeping is, and it drives me crazy because it scares the crap out of me. Like, just out of nowhere, an alarm. I don't know what it is. I kind of thought that I was hearing things. Please let this be on the recording. If it's not on the recording, I'm gonna be scared. This, I have to look at my phone. not even gonna pretend like I memorized this stuff because I don't remember. Oh, come on. Reliable technology. Why you always gotta freeze when I need to show someone something? Really? This is always... So just hang on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yes. Here we go. Sure, I'm gonna hide it so I can pretend like I know. This is a glow star fern. That is what I was gonna say. I just picked this up actually the other day. I transplanted it into a bigger pot because I seemed like it needed to go into a little bit bigger pot. That's irrelevant to tell you that. So I haven't really had this long enough to like be able to tell you about the care and light and water and everything. Really like this one. I looked at it a bunch of times in the nursery and I don't know, the leaves are just different. It's like a much darker green in comparison, and they're just so shiny and cool and pretty. All those things that I used to describe plants. This one, I don't know what this one is because it has not really done well enough for me to clearly identify how it grows. So this one, I'm not sure what this is. If someone knows in the comments, please let me know, or let all of us know so that we all know. I've looked on a number of like little fern identification things, and I just like am not 100% sure what it is, but that is the leaf pattern. That, you can see the leaves are a little bit fatter and wider than a lot of the other ferns. And then you can see all of the dead leaves down here. This was one that I just didn't have in good light. I messed up on the watering. Getting better with the light and the watering. These things are like a lot more finicky than a lot of other houseplants in some ways, so they can be kind of trickier sometimes to like get them in the right spots. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend all of these for a beginner who's just getting into houseplants, just because they can sometimes require just a little bit more care. I missed all of these pretty much every day, which I'm kind of thinking might be the problem for some of them. So this is a blue star fern. This was so small, like pretty much all the leaves when I got it were about that size. So it has grown a little bit. I've moved this into a little bit better of light. This is getting some like really weird like fuzzy stuff in the soil. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. This one is finally getting a bunch of new growth on it. You can see a lot of these little shoots coming out with new leaves. I think this is happier in the spot where I have it now. I'm just gonna keep trying. This is one of my favorite ferns in my collection also. This was a tiny little baby when I got it, and it was doing so well, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. And this is one that I think maybe is not loving the misting, maybe. I'm not sure. This is a button fern. I think it's just like a regular, it's just a button fern. But it's so pretty. It just looks almost like confetti strings or something. I don't know. I loved it when I saw it. It makes me happy to look at it. I think it's so pretty. And I'm so bummed out that it's not doing well because it was growing so fast. And then I don't know what happened. I don't know if I overwatered it, or I'm not sure if it like all of a sudden is not liking the sun where it is. I'm gonna keep it and then maybe just like not spray it for a little bit and then see if it does better, because the leaves are like crisping up and yellowing. So I think that's all signs of too much water. This is the one that is not faring so well. This is what's left of my lemon button fern. I honestly don't even know if this little guy is gonna make it. I'm so sad because the leaf pattern on this is so cool. One remaining leaf that I have. I don't know what happened. Honestly, with this, guys, I moved it to like not that different of a spot than it was. The only thing that I did was I transplanted it and I gave it a little bit of fertilizer, which could have totally been the culprit. I'm not sure. I'm really bummed out. I'm hoping it bounces back. I don't really see any new growth. So yeah, this may just have to be replaced. And honestly, if this does not bounce back, I will buy another one just because I really liked this. I just loved the color. The leaf pattern kind of reminds me of another one that I'm going to show you that also It's not done well. So I'm like 50-50 with my ferns, I guess. I have kept in pretty lowish light. I would say it's pretty far back from windows, and it was doing well for a while. So I'm not sure again what happened. Could be the fertilizer. This is a silver lace fern, which I also think is very pretty. I got this one because of the white on the leaves. If you can see it, is just unique and pretty, and it's I kind of wanted to get ferns that all look a little bit different from each other, because I think what is that? Seriously, what? I don't know what that is, and it only happens during the day, and it only happens when I'm here by myself. What? So anyway, this is a silver lace fern, and then so you can see this has like a pretty white pattern on the green leaves. I just think this looks really unique. This one's done mostly well. I don't know. I don't know why an alarm is going off in the middle of nothing. This one has a lot of new growth. I have moved this to somewhere. It's kind of basically with my monstera and my African mask, kind of the shady loving plants that all get misted during the day, and it seems to be doing well. I don't have a lot of leaves dying off like I used to. This one I guess I would put into maybe the easier to grow pile. Once you get the lighting right, it seems to just kind of like bounce back a little bit quicker. I don't know, it's just catching up faster, whereas like some of them are only shooting out like 1 or 2 new leaves at a time, and then others a lot more. So here we go, we're gonna finalize this beautiful tour with another fern that I don't know that's also not doing well. Bummer, because this one was doing so well when I first got it. It might be another variety of button fern. I'm not 100% sure if you can identify it by the one leaf that is remaining. I do have some new growth, and then there's a bunch of new growth coming in down here. So again, this is another one that I have moved locations. I think it's doing better in its new spot. It's getting a bit more sun. It's kind of with a lot more of these others that are in the same spot with my monstera and stuff. It all seemed to be kind of like medium filtered, nice light, but pretty much like all day long it's getting like nice shady glowy light. Does that make sense? So yeah, this is another one also that I think maybe misting it was not, it just wasn't loving that, because I noticed that I misted it one day, and then the next day this happened to these leaves, which were fine the previous day. So I think it doesn't appreciate that very much, so I'm gonna refrain some on that one. On this one, the lemon button fern, the button fern, maybe it's button ferns, because this looks like a button fern. Maybe it's just button ferns that you shouldn't miss. Okay, so that is it for my fern collection. I will definitely be doing an update on these in the next month or two, because I also want to see kind of how they're doing. You know, again, some of them are not like thriving, so I'm hoping that they're doing better when I do an update, and I'm sure I'll probably have a few more. There's already a few more that I want to add to my collection, so those may be included in the update. So that is all for today. Thanks a lot for joining me. I appreciate it as always. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour of my collection. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or feedback for me or anyone else. Definitely helpful for other people and myself, so everyone appreciates it. You can find me on Instagram at simplecaresteph, or on my website simplecareproducts.com/blog, as well as some products that I make on my website. Please like this video if you liked it. It lets me know that you liked it, so I know what you like, and subscribe. So on that note, what you gonna do with all that space? All that space up in your place? You're gonna get some plants up in your face.